We're now understanding the Home Minister's Rajouri visit is currently on hold because of bad weather. So we did get you that update of the Home Minister landing in Jammu, and he was supposed to move to the Rajouri district. But now we're understanding because of bad weather, that visit in fact has been put on hold. We'll try and get more details of what really is happening. But as we've been pointing out, this is a very crucial visit by the Home Minister Amit Shah to try and take stock of the situation, especially after the targeted killings that we've seen at the start of this year, where members of the Hindu community were targeted, their ID cards were checked, and then you had an ID blast on the same day as well. But as of now, we're understanding the Home Minister's Rajouri visit is on hold. My colleague Arunima is now back with us on the broadcast. Arunima, what are you picking up?
So because of bad weather, that visit to Rajouri to meet the family members has been put on hold. What we are told is that the security review meeting at Raj Bhavan is something that the Home Minister will take immediately. And post that, there will be a second attempt that will be made. If the weather clears, he will make an attempt again. But as of this moment, it looks unlikely that he will be able to meet those Rajouri victims, because he's slotted to travel to Gujarat later in the day.
Okay, so Arunima, you're saying as of now that visit to Rajouri is on hold, but also talk to our viewers about the significance of this visit, especially it comes after those targeted killings of members of the Hindu community.
Yes, so the security review Home Minister does periodically. Almost every month, either in Delhi or in the Valley or in Jammu, he is meeting the top brass of the security establishment. So this meeting had also, other than the security impact of it, also had that political messaging, because there was a lot of discontent in Rajouri after those twin incidents of terror, since the terrorists are still at large. And the message was that the Home Minister would have taken is that, the establishment is with the people there. The security grid is trying its best to bring those terrorists to justice. But like I said, that meeting, because of weather conditions, had to be postponed. We don't know whether ultimately it will, work out today. But the Home Minister definitely wants to convey that message. So that message could go through the local leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
And that meeting also will be crucial, because a sense of assurance also needs to be given, because many locals today feeling that they have a target on their back. And this is what I want to talk to you about, Arunima, as far as the demands of Kashmiri Pandits, minorities, that we want rehabilitation. They feel that there has been a delay because the urgency has not been understood by authorities. What is the thinking within the authority at this point?
See, it's a double whammy. First and foremost, the Kashmiri Pandits had to leave their, villages, their houses in Kashmir because of the exodus that happened in 1990s. So there was an attempt to bring them back, and that's why the rehabilitation under Prime Minister's, employment program. There were some of them who were rehabilitated, but how it has worked out in the last few months is a targeted killing. Whether you're a school teacher or a principal or working in a bank, your identity was specifically being washed out for, and terrorists were targeting you. So then the Pandits started arguing that we are not safe here. Give us the job, but move us back to the Jammu region. Now what has happened in Rajouri and Poonch is an attempt to make them feel insecure there also, because there also the Aadhaar cards were checked, and there was a deliberate design to try and make this a communal issue. And that is what the grid is also worried about, that with elections around the corner, there could be attempts to not just carry out a law and order situation, but also carry out a communal division. And that's what the grid wants to address.
Right. Arunima, when we were talking a short while ago, you were also talking to us about how hybrid terrorism continues to be a menace, but also the use of technology and drone droppings, that also continues to be a big challenge. So what is the thinking within officials on the ground to tackle these new challenges?
Drone is definitely a big challenge. World over, drone is, like the Russia-Ukraine war has also shown us that usage of drones by state actors, non-state actors are throwing up fresh security challenges. Here in Jammu and Kashmir, also in Punjab, across the international border, the various, arms and ammunition and narcotics, payload has been dropped by drones. And even though BSF has managed to shoot down a few, the suspicion is that many more could have gone undetected. Now, how do you then stop this from happening? That is the next big technology-related challenge before the security grid. That will be definitely on the table when the Home Minister's security review begins. We are told he's already at Raj Bhavan. So I think any moment post the pleasantries and maybe a short tea or lunch break, the grid will put its head together, and the presentation will be made to the Home Minister about what really are the challenges and possible solutions.
Arunima, I'll just request you to stay on with us, because our colleague Tejinder is also now joining us on the broadcast. So Tejinder, even as we understand that the Home Minister's Rajouri visit is on hold, just talk to us about what's happening at Raj Bhavan currently.
Ridhima, as I earlier told you that the weather in Jammu region is fully packed. There is heavy rain going on at several places. So the Air Force, which was expected to fly the Union Home Minister from Jammu to Rajouri, has advised that we should not take off. We should wait for weather to clear. So right now, though the visit has not been cancelled as of now, it is on hold. But yes, right now, as we speak, Ridhima, a meeting is on. We are told that several senior officials from the Jammu and Kashmir administration, including the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, after he received the Union Home Minister Amit Shah at the airport, they all are inside. Senior officials from the Jammu and Kashmir Police. Though some of the senior officials, they were waiting for Home Minister in Rajouri, they could not, they would not be able to attend this meeting. But those who are still in Jammu, they are inside. We are told, as Arunima was also rightly pointing out, that after the initial pleasantries and after having a cup of tea or some lunch, there would be a security review meeting that would take place. We are also told that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah would also be addressing a press conference, though right now we don't have an official confirmation on this, but the sources inside the Raj Bhavan are telling us that there would be a press conference that is expected to take place at 4 p.m., wherein the Union Home Minister is expected to make several big announcements. This after the review meeting that he would be holding with the topmost officials of various security agencies here in Jammu and Kashmir. You see, as Arnima was pointing out, that drone dropping, hybrid terrorism continues to be a major challenge for the security forces. And now the another menace, because security forces have got this input that terrorists are planning out to carry out more Rajouri type of attacks on minorities, especially in the Jammu region. And that was the only reason that around 18 more companies of the paramilitary force, CRPF, they were rushed to Jammu region. 10 came from Delhi and 8 others were redeployed from other parts in the valley. So right now the terrorists, they want to disturb the peace in Jammu region. This is the input which security establishment has received. And after, you see, though the Union Home Ministry and the government of India has been taking several concrete steps to make sure that the entire terror network, terror infrastructure is dismantled in Jammu and Kashmir. But these terrorists, they are rattled. They want to carry out these kind of attacks. Though right now, the 2 terrorists who are believed to be belonging to the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror outfit who carried out the twin attacks in Rajouri, they are still at large. They haven't been either nabbed or neutralized. So this continues to pose a major challenge. Also, there are other inputs that there are similar such small groups of terrorists who are roaming in these areas, and they are planning to carry out similar kind of attack. So these type of things pose a major challenge. And also there are inputs that the government is planning to hold assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir. These assembly elections would be the first assembly elections after the abrogation of Article 370 and the bifurcation of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir into 2 union territories. So on one hand, when the terrorists would try to disturb the peace in Jammu region and to make sure that the assembly elections are not held peacefully, the union government, it would be a major challenge for the union government to ensure that the assembly elections are held peacefully without any incident. Yes, Ridhma.